No one knew why this tunnel had been sealed for decades. Later, the train track and tunnel were repaired and reopened for train traffic. So the train began its experimental journey through the tunnel. With several hundred passengers, as the train entered the darkness, every phone lost its signal. The cabin suddenly became ice cold. Then, every light began to flicker. A man looked outside and froze. Massive hands slammed against the window. Its fingers were impossibly long. Black claws scraped across the glass. The sound echoed through the entire train. Suddenly, blood began running down every window. A pair of glowing red eyes stared back. Then, a twisted smile slowly appeared. No one was standing outside. Yet the face remained. The train shook as if something had landed on its roof. Heavy footsteps echoed above their heads. A child whispered, "It's looking at us." Everyone turned, but saw nothing. Then every window turned completely black. The tunnel had only just begun. A little girl pointed at the ceiling. "It's crawling." Everyone looked up, but saw only darkness. Then, dozens of pale hands emerged from the ceiling. They reached down, searching for someone. A passenger suddenly vanished without a sound. His seat was soaked in fresh blood. A whisper echoed, "You're next." Every passenger held their breath. Suddenly, every mirror reflected a different face. None of those faces belonged to the passengers. The train stopped, but the tunnel never ended. Something enormous moved outside the train. Two glowing eyes slowly opened in the darkness. The creature was taller than the train itself. Its smile stretched from ear to ear. Long black tongues covered the windows. The glass cracked, but never shattered. Then every clock inside the train stopped at 3:33, one passenger whispered. "I've lived this before." And suddenly, he remembered dying inside this tunnel. Bloody message appeared on the window. It read, "You never left." Panic spread through the cabin. Instantly, the train began moving backward on its own. Outside, shadow figures lined the tunnel. Walls, their glowing eyes, followed every passenger. The lights exploded one by one. Darkness swallowed the entire train. The train driver is unable to control the train at all. It feels as though something is dragging it along. Then a voice echoed from nowhere. Except for that one passenger, everyone on the train began to behave strangely. "This train belongs to the tunnel now." The train emerged from the tunnel into a clear, undisturbed setting. One particular individual had been observing the events that had just unfolded. He was not the only one affected. 15 years earlier, while traveling through that very tunnel, he had been involved in a train accident, a tragedy that claimed many lives and left him unconscious. Consequently, the tunnel had remained abandoned for a long time. As the passengers passed through and saw that everything outside was perfectly normal, they began to feel that the events they had just experienced were merely a figment of their imagination. Please leave a comment letting me know what you thought of the video, and if you liked it, please subscribe to the channel.